Welcome to today's Willpower Moment. I'm Dr. James Meschino. Our topic today, when you're tempted by a big treat or dessert, step back and play the game, let's make a deal. So we're all tempted by various treats and desserts and snacks, but the frequent ingestion of these things can really derail our wellness plan, hindering our ability to lose excess weight, and it slowly allows excess pounds to build up over the years until we're carrying around another 10 to 25 pounds, which is a very common scenario. So these foods also raise blood sugar into the pre-diabetic or diabetic range and can elevate blood cholesterol and triglyceride levels. So having a strategy to prevent a big indulgence with these foods is crucial to achieving and maintaining the body and health that you're shooting for. So here's one more strategy that I've seen work. It's called let's make a deal. Now in this case, the deal you're making is with yourself. So when you're feeling hungry or vulnerable to eating a big piece of cake, a donut, a croissant, a chocolate bar, a cruller, any one of these kinds of things, one of the things you can do is play the game, let's make a deal. How do you get out of that situation so you don't do a lot of damage? So here's how it works. Instead of eating the big serving of the high-fat, sugary pastry or dessert, have a smaller, less harmful treat instead. Something like a small biscotti, an old-fashioned plain Timbit, a donut hole, a couple of sesame snaps, a piece of licorice, a handful of nuts or walnuts, or a coffee or tea that has a bit of sweetener, anything that will simply change the direction of your blood sugar. See, studies show, and so does my personal experience with myself and patients, that as soon as your blood sugar changes direction and starts rising, even just a little bit, the craving for the big indulgence, like a big piece of cheesecake, for instance, it's largely extinguished. If you can wait 20 minutes after you have this smaller substitute treat, you'll likely find that your craving for the big indulgence will have passed, or that your willpower to resist it will be greatly enhanced. So here's the deal. Have the small indulgence first as a substitute, then wait 20 minutes. And if you still feel compelled to have the big indulgence, then go ahead and have it. But I will tell you that over 90% of the time, the craving for the big indulgence will disappear and you'll simply forget about it. Remember that when it comes to decision making like this, it's not your blood sugar that matters, it's rather the direction of change of your blood sugar. So if it just moves up slightly, your willpower to resist big treats is greatly enhanced. Now this also applies to going through life with too much deprivation. If you deprive yourself too much, it pushes your blood sugar into a declining state, which in turn increases your craving for a big indulgence and makes it hard to resist it. That's why starving yourself to success rarely works. People tend to make bad decisions in all areas of their life, financial, personal, food intake, exercise, when their blood sugar is dropping. So finding the balance of having a small indulgence once or twice a day prevents you from sabotaging yourself, from imposing too much deprivation on yourself, which is bound to backfire at some point. And it gives you a proven strategy to resist big temptations that will ultimately come along at some point. So next time you're tempted by the big indulgence, play the game, let's make a deal. Have a small indulgence first to change the direction of your blood sugar and satisfy the craving for some sweetness. Then wait 20 minutes and you'll find that the craving will pass at least 90% of the time, and eventually it'll be even higher than that. So here's the deal. If you still have the craving 20 minutes later, then go ahead and have the big treat. But I will tell you that at least 90% of the time, the craving will pass. Okay, let's make a deal. It really works. I encourage you to use this approach as part of your wellness willpower strategy. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.